Alright guys, we are here with the Allen Ginter break. Sorry we started a little bit late even with daylight savings time. I'm sure as you guys know, man, today the schedule has just been all like personal schedule, everything has just been absolutely jacked up, like almost like you're lost. I don't know how it's. I think daylight savings time is stupid. My personal opinion, but I thought for sure that was something that, not to even get into politics, just in general, I thought that was something that Biden, like whole thing, like I thought that was something they were pushing. And then we're pushing, but I guess they never got signed, is what I was reading. It is what it is. Anyway, let's get rolling into the break. There's still a Leaf break that's up. Like I said, I have one more Allen and Ginter break. There's a pick your team Allen Ginter up, and then I have one more case Allen Ginter after that. It'll probably just be a pick your team, because those seem to be filling a little bit better than the randoms. Although the randoms have been filling pretty good. So maybe I'll take a poll for the last case if people want randoms or if they want pick your team for the last case of Allen and Ginter tomorrow that I'll post. There are some teams left in the pick your team. I would take offers. There is teams left in the Leaf. If anybody wants to make any offers on Leaf teams, I'd be down to listen. But anyway, Allen and Ginter, good luck to everybody. 12 boxes, Rand, Cal Ripken for good luck charm. If you don't want your veteran base, let me know. If we send it to you by accident anyways, I apologize. I know what else to tell you. We're going to start off with the non-sports, the pickle. Let's say the giant pickle ballpark bites on the giant pickle. Allen Ginter's been pretty good to us. Let's say he's been better to us in the Facebook group than it has been in Fanatics Live. Make sure you're on Fanatics Live at all to come check us out on Fanatics Live. It's normally Rodney during the day. I'll be on at night. Probably a couple weeks from now, I'll be on a little more consistently at night, hanging out, chilling. I'm redoing the a whole setup at my house again, so that'll allow me to give me a little bit more time to just kind of hang out. Because I'm chilling in my own basement, it's not that big of a deal, right? Hope everybody's having a good night. Team looking right over at camera in the bottom left-hand corner. And let's get rolling. Got Diaz to start us off. Mini cars of Paul Skeens. A little Rafael Devers mini card on the chrome. Oh, Rosie. Randy Arozarena. Paris on the chrome. I'm surprised they completely. I mean, I guess with no autographs, it's hard to run Allen Ginter chrome, but I'm surprised they completely abandoned the idea of it. Cal Raleigh. Obviously, Stadium Club comes out Wednesday. Mentioned it in the Star Wars break. Rodney will be doing a lot at the beginning of that, just obviously. Due to probably being in the hospital for me. Cologne. Might come into a celebrity break or two, depending on how everything's going. But probably we'll just leave it to Rodney till Friday. Friday's when I'll be back at night, more than likely. We have Vasquez unless something crazy happens, but I think we'll be fine. We'll be back on Fridays, my hope, for me personally. But Rodney will be running the start of Stadium Club, so to show him the same support you guys showed me. We got Cheryl Swoops, a.k.a. the Caitlin Clark hater, 46 out of 50. On the gold toilie, going to go to the Other Sports. And Kyle Wellman. One of the WNBA legends. She just, for whatever reason, she didn't like Caitlin Clark. Kind of hated the fact that, I guess whenever you're like one of the pioneers of the game, like I guess there could be some disdain for like a new player that has higher ratings than you've ever had in your organization. I think that's kind of just what the disdain was, is 'cause she was one of the like the four, one of the early superstars of the WNBA. There was a Javier Baez mini card I put to the side there. So I guess I can see where Cheryl Swoops would be a little bit irritated, but you would think the game that you helped build, that you would want it to be as popular as possible and kind of like support the people that are making it popular. J-Dom here on the Chrome, but instead she just kind of went off a rocker. A lot of the people that were like veterans, even Tarasi, just didn't really support Caitlin Clark. Now I don't know if Caitlin Clark was being like a jackass to them or something on the court. I really don't know that aspect of it, but it just seemed like a lot of the veterans weren't really in support of her. Got Paul Goldschmidt right there on the silver toilie. Just kind of crazy in my opinion, but whatever. It is what it is. Got them tater tots on the mini card. I don't really watch the WNBA, so to me it's not like super crazy, but just seems petty to me. That'd be like if Michael Jordan's kind of that way, I guess. But it'd be like if Kobe was, I guess you could use Michael Jordan as an example. It'd be like if Michael Jordan was like, yeah, man, LeBron James, that dude's terrible. Or like if they were out talking to Luka or Anthony Edwards about how trash they are. Like, that's kind of like the same concept, man. It's like not cool. Personal opinion, we have Quinn Priester, Black Border Casas. But how's everybody's weekend? You guys have a good Halloween? Good start to your November. Can't believe it's November already, man. Nuts. We have Christopher Morel for the Cubbies. Go to Matthew Ellis. He's having a really good time in Ginter, man. Guy's hitting on everything. He's like the Otani of Charm City, Allen Ginter breaks. The Freddie Freeman in the World Series. Hits for days. Having a good time as a new member. Welcome to the group, man. I appreciate you hopping in, Allen Ginter. Ginter obviously had pretty good prices, at least from what I've seen compared to other people, even on Fanatics Live. Obviously, our other breaks always have good pricing, which is why people come back. It is going to be, speaking of Shohei, going to the Dodgers. It's going to go to Josh Nagel and the Dodgers. I guess Joe Flacco just got intercepted, I'm assuming. Sounds about right. I might as well go back to Anthony Richardson. Bro. That looked like he was throwing the out route to the Vikings. That was terrible. Absolutely horrendous. Did the Bengals, I don't know if you're watching, Kyle, did the Bengals play today? Or do they have a bye with the Steelers? No, the Bengals played the game because I think Hendrickson had like a ridiculous day, right? I was looking at stat lines, and I seen that he had a good day. Getting into box number 2 here. Nothing crazy so far. Raleigh, Robert, Merrill. Not Merrill. Morrell. Christopher Morrell. Memorabilia. And then we have the Cheryl Swoops out of 50. Gold Toily. Let's get rolling into the second box here. Black border Kershaw. A whole lot of Doggo cards. Mini card of Wu. A little Juan Soto, Ortiz. Byron Buxton on the refractor. Got Curtis Mead on the chrome. Get that little top loader when we're done. We got Bratwurst. Get an autograph here, and it's going to be Shim Lim, America's Guy. I believe he won America's Got Talent, right? Magician. So go to non-sports and John Roman. Got a lot of spots in the break. He said you need to hit some bangers. I think Shim Lim is probably more on the banger than non-banger side. I don't think he attended any Diddy parties, so... I'm just joking. I mean, he might have. I don't know. Situation still wild. Oh, we got a PCA. Nice little chrome card there. Top loaded for the rookie. Just so you guys know, all rookie chrome does get top loaded. There's an Austin Wells right there. Because I'm sure they're relatively rare. I don't know what any of them are going for. I know Skeens was going for like, I've seen one or two, I think, on release day, went for like $50, but I would assume they probably come down a little bit. Got Rhode Island. Oh, we got Satchel Paige on the silver toily. Some more mini cards. Got Brian Wu on the chrome for the Mariners. Can't believe it's Gilmore still playing. He's playing at like a decently high level too, I think. I guess the Colts got the ball back. We got Cal Ripken Jr. on the memorabilia. That's going to go to the Orioles. And John Roman. On the Cal, I have Adrian Beltre. Who's excited for some Stadium Club, man? That's always a crazy product every year. One of my favorites. One of my favorites to break. One of my least favorites to sort. Good thing Dylan and TCG Ty got that on lockdown. Yeah, the notifications are fucked for some people, Josh, to be honest. How you doing, buddy? There's been a Shimlim autograph, Cheryl Swoops. I have the popcorn baseball bites box topper. I mean, if you're into magicians and you watch like America's Got Talent, Shimlim, the magician that won it a few years ago, the autograph. Other than that, nothing crazy. There was an Otani box topper that you got. I don't know if you're into box toppers or not. Nothing crazy really outside of that. Cheryl Swoops out of 50, but I don't know how her card stock is looking after all that shit she talked about Caitlin Clark. That's what I was talking about earlier. She really was giving Caitlin Clark the business for a while, so looks like we're going to get a nice numbered out of, I believe, 50 autograph here. Unless I'm mistaken. I think that's a teal card. Yeah, it's a teal card. It should be an out of 50 autograph. Or that bluish, whatever color card. I think I also might finally be retired from civilian softball. I'm tired of trying to talk to people in private about joining teams, and just kind of had enough of it, to be honest. Probably just stick to playing military ball and play like the 5 tournaments they play a year and be done with it. Yeah, I mean, that's really my problem. I'm sure I could pick up with, like, an E-team or something and pitch if I wanted to, but I don't think I want to waste my weekends doing that, man, to be honest. Like, I love playing softball, but it's like AMI, like, almost ruined softball for me in the sense of, like, there's not really anything locally to, like, win. Like, we literally won states, at least one states every year from E all the way up into C. And even if I wasn't, like, a huge integral part of it into C, this Marco Luciano and the Giants, I mean. So it's some big at-bats and some whatever. Like, I have a Nationals end of state MVP. Like, I mean, obviously Bob doesn't record anything, so I don't have any, like, actual proof of my profile. So, like, there's really just nothing, I don't know, nothing to accomplish. Like, I don't know how else to say it. I mean, you were on the team, too, with me. It's not like you'd almost have to go away to a Worlds and win a Worlds, which means you have to be on a good team to do that. And a team that actually wants to travel to Worlds, which is a whole different issue. So at that point, like, what's really the point if you're not playing with, like, your boys and, like, nobody that we played with still plays? Nice Reggie Jackson for the Oakland Athletics. 5 out of 50. It's a nice hit right there. Go to Matthew Ellis. Man, Matthew Ellis just eating an Allen and Ginter. And honestly, about to have my third kid, playing league ball is, like, not even in the question. So, like I said, I'll play, like, the 4 or 5 military tournaments, just hit BP or whatever, and be done with it. I think it's like, actually, I think this is a short print. I got to double check on this, but I want to say that Andrew Jones is a short print. Okay, I'm going to double check real quick. Hold on. I don't think I've seen an Andrew Jones. Who'd you play co-ed with? You play co-ed with, like, your wife? Let's see. Is Andrew Jones a short print and Allen and Ginter? He is a short print. I was not wrong. That is the list of short print cards, so he is on there. So nice hit on the short print going to the Braves. Also, I've opened too much. Herbeck is in a short print too. I've opened too much of this product to know. So it's anything over 300 is a short print. We just have not seen much Andrew Jones at all, so. Yeah, and then last year I tried to play with Brian and Coop, and just like the team we had, the coach wasn't disciplined enough with the guys we had on the team, so we never had like our best roster there. And like Coop said he might. Oh, there's another Jones. So I guess he's not that rare, but I can still put him in a sleep pile. Talk about how we haven't pulled any Joneses like at all, and then end up getting an Albert Jones. But like Coop said he might not play again, and Brian said he had offers from other teams or something like that, so I didn't even want to get into it. Because I was going to try to start something myself, but a couple guys that said they were going to play, like I said, well, I didn't know Brian and Coop. I knew they'd be on the fence. So we got a rip card for the Mariners, 155 out of 199. That's going to go to Jordan DeGroff. If you want to rip it on camera, let me know, Jordan. If not, I'll just send it to you. Up to you, buddy. I mean, when I first started playing, those were the church leagues I played in, because I didn't even know there was like a tournament thing. I just thought that all slow pitch softball was church league. We have Towers. How I found out that soft pitch slow ball or a slow pitch was even competitive at all was from Cody Noble. Went to go play military ball with like Monty and Blakesley. If you know, well, you know who Monty and Blakesley are because you played on Anns with them, right? Like Blakesley and BK, Brian Kemper, or were they on Anns before you? So I played on like a military team with all those guys, and then AMI picked me up because I knew Cody, and Cody went and played with Kenny. And Kenny used to play Friday League Ball with us. So, well, if I mention Blakesley and BK, like, they're well-known guys in the military community, but, like, most people have no clue who they are. And it's kind of, I mean, Blakesley's just a dick, but, we have Rizzo. It's kind of crazy because, yeah, Brando. Yeah. It's kind of crazy because like Brando and Brian Kemp and BK, like Brian Kemper, like they didn't really take it serious because they're older, right? So like when they were younger and played military ball, like Brian Kemper was like one of the best third basemen in the military circuit, and Brando literally just, I mean, Brando's what, my size? If you probably put an extra 50 pounds on me, mostly like redneck muscle. Like when they were in their prime, them dudes hit the fuck out of the ball, man. Those three, like, in the middle of the lineup, and they all would hit middle and shit. But by the time they were in Maryland, they were all older and didn't really take the game too serious. Blakesley in general is just lazy. Like, when I first started playing with Blakesley, he played left field and right field and sometimes center field. We have Mookie Betts here on the box topper for the Dodgers, and he started playing like first base, catcher. Like we would get in like close games or play a good team, and he'd go back to center field or left field. Well, you probably don't even know this. Blakesley has an arm like as good as your arm. He just had won a couple worlds in military, and I think he won a world in co-ed and just didn't care about winning. Like, he cared about winning, but not enough to, like, care because he already has his rings. Because Monty pitched for you guys, too, right? Dan Montgomery. Yeah, him and Brando normally played first base and catcher. And then, obviously, Brando can play little third base and second base. Okay, yeah. So, I think Monty was there, like, right before you got there. That's actually not Monty. I'm actually probably going to hit up Brandon to see if they need anybody. But I don't think Steve Fowler likes me that much, to be honest, which is fine. Mostly because I just like talking shit to Robbie Holderfield. Getting in a box 4 here. Man, Joe Flacco really looks old tonight. Strider here. There's 12 boxes per case. We have Ronnie Mauricio on the refractor. You have Adley Rutschman on the chrome. Well, the A's are really having a good night. We got another Reggie Jackson autograph. I don't know why they would do that. Autographs are rare in this product. Let's double up and put 2 Reggies in there. It's also going to the Athletics and Matthew Ellis. It's kind of crazy. Musgrove on the silver toilie. Yeah, I'll be at the National. Normally the National sucks if you play civilian ball because it's during states. We got Kirby Puckett on the cycle succession. But yeah, I'll be out there. We have a Rays. I went out there last year at Ohio. The only thing about the National is it's not actually in Chicago proper. It's like northwest of Chicago. Frelick. We have Taxic. France. Shoufley. Other sports, good old Sander. Good year golfing. Oh, yeah. J-Rod Volpe on the mini card. Brandon Lowe on the memorabilia going to the Rays. Chipper. And that's going to be box 4. Box 5 here. Yeah, so they were talking about the Maryland high school team that beat the crap out of IMG today, and I just don't understand. Or beat the crap out of IMG on Friday. We got Bryce Harper for the Phillies. What I don't understand is why the University of Maryland football can't get any of the homegrown talent then to stay around. Especially since they're in the Big Ten. Like, it's not like they're in a whack football conference. Yo, Flacco really just tried to get Michael Pittman Jr. murdered. Like, why? Like, he sees the safety there. It's not like he doesn't see the safety. He just didn't care. Like, if I was Michael Pittman, I would be pissed. Like, bro just tried to get his life ended. That's the guy I wish the Steelers would sign. I wish the Steelers would try to get Michael Thomas to come out of retirement. Because he would fit perfect in the Steelers. Like, that's like the type of wide receiver the Steelers are missing. Is that, like, just a clean route running, like, guy that's just over the middle. Just runs really good routes to allow Pickens to still stretch the field, but I mean, I'm also okay with the Steelers just trying to run the football down people's throats, too. I ain't mad about that either. I think Calvin Austin III is a little bit better than people give him credit for, too. I think people look at him as a third-year guy and are like, oh, well, he hasn't done anything. He was injured his first year the whole season, and then kind of like the same thing as Bateman, right? Like, I mean, Bateman has some issues catching the football. People look at Bateman and like, oh, well, why hasn't he put up big numbers yet? And it's really like, he's been hurt. He's been injured. You can't put up any numbers if you're hurt. And then I think the Ravens weren't really using him that like properly last year. But he obviously does have some issues dropping the football. Can't really have. We got Evan Carter on the refractor to the Rangers. That's going to go to Matthew Ellis. I mean, even if you said Antonio Brown light, that's a hard. I don't like that comparison because Antonio Brown, I still think he might not get in the Hall of Fame because of the stuff he does on Twitter right now. But I think talent and number-wise, I think Antonio Brown's a Hall of Famer. We have Dude Dad, which what in the fucking lazy signature is this? 10 out of 50 going to non-sports. But you got one job, bro. You get to sign on baseball cards. And this man puts it. I mean, obviously that's his real name is Tyler something, right? But writes a lazy ass, bro. Come on now. If I ever get on baseball card, I promise you my ass is writing Joseph Langfelder on these fucking little ass cards all over my fucking card. I don't even give a shit. It's gonna look like a fucking abomination, but I don't give a shit. Put in my best effort. Bro, you get one time to be in a baseball card, and that's the fucking signature you give us? Get the fuck out of here. Lazy shit. He thought he was fucking Anthony Richardson. He must have got tired after signing 2 autographs. Absolutely ridiculous. I do think Calvin Austin's speed allows Pickens to get open because they have to take into account now cycle succession on the bell triggers. They have to take into account for Calvin Austin being able to take the top off the defense a little bit. I just don't think you're going to find a guy that runs routes anything close to Antonio Brown. Like, he was such a good route runner. That's what I mean by, like, Michael Thomas is really, like, what they're... Like, Michael Thomas, when healthy, was not the most athletic dude, but that man ran some of the best routes. Like, he sold his routes so well. Go, yeah. Crawford. I'm also just tired of the media thinking that the Steelers are going to trade for every single wide receiver. Like, that's pretty annoying. I thought they might try to trade for Mike Williams. We got Blake Snell on the toilet, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case from the Jets. I just figured, but that's also like not a guy that really solves any of the Steelers' problems. Like, he's the same guy that Pickens is, but probably less talented. Not that Russell Wilson does a bad job with those guys, but I was actually if I was the Steelers, I would probably think about, we got John Daly. We have CES. I would maybe think about sending like a second-round draft pick and, I don't know, second-round draft pick and a late-round swap maybe for DK Metcalf. If they could get Metcalf off of the Seahawks. Tom Glavine. Only because I think DK Metcalf, I mean, obviously that's a pipe dream, right? I think he fits in. I'm surprised it's not somebody that, maybe the Ravens did reach out to the Seahawks. I'm actually surprised that that's not somebody that the Ravens want to go to try to sign too, because Metcalf in a power run offense, dude, that dude blocks like he's a dog. Absolute disgusting when he blocks. That dude has the blocking mentality of Hines Ward if he was 6'5", 250 pounds. We have Luis Robert for the White Sox. But I think they probably want more than a second rounder and a late round swap for him. They probably want like a first round pick. Which, if we would have got like 8 games of Russell Wilson, and I say we as if I'm on the Steelers, the Steelers would have got 8 games of Russell Wilson, and they would be like 7-1 or I don't even know. Let's say they were 7-1 or, God forbid, 8-0 with Russell Wilson, and they were like, all right, add in one more wide receiver, we have a real shot to win the Super Bowl. I would maybe trade a first-round pick to go all in, because I don't think they're going to be able to. If Russell Wilson ends up, let's say the Steelers end up going 11-6, which obviously would make Russell Wilson about 500 if I'm not mistaken, right? Because that would give him 6-2 right now, so that would give him 5 more wins, so he would finish 7-6. No, 7-4. So let's say he finished the year 7-4. Let's say, yeah, they finish 7. Let's say Russell Wilson finishes the year 7-4, and they win 1 game in the playoffs. There's no way that Russell Wilson tries to sign somewhere, whether it's the Steelers or somewhere else, for less than like $45-50 million a year. Especially they go in and like upset somebody like the Ravens or the Chiefs in the first round. Well, the Chiefs will probably have a bye, but let's say they go up. Let's say they go into Buffalo and beat the Bills in the playoffs, or go into Baltimore and beat the Ravens. I just don't think there's any way that Russell Wilson would, like, the Steelers won't be able to re-sign him, so they're going to be with Justin Fields, which then, like, you're going to need. The Steelers aren't picking wide receivers in the first round, though, man. I don't know. You really solve your one need at wide receiver. You trade for DK Metcalf. Like, you go re-sign George Pickens, have Metcalf and Pickens for the long term with whoever your quarterback is. Try to see if you can re-sign Najee for not a bajillion dollars, since he's going to end up having another 1,000-yard season. We have C. See, I don't think that's the case, Josh. I think there's teams that'll... You don't think the teams like the Colts that are set up with a good defense and a good running back would go and sign Russell Wilson if he takes the Steelers to the playoffs and wins a playoff game? Colton Cows are here on the refractor. What about the Cleveland Browns that just need a quarterback? They just need they have Nick Chubb, they have a good offensive line, great defense. All they need is a quarterback to manage the game. I think Deshaun Watson can get cut next season, right? Without them. I mean, it's going to hurt their cap, but Phillip Rivers was more washed than Russell. Well, Russell Wilson doesn't look washed. Russell Wilson looks like him and Sean Payton didn't get along. And the Broncos team before Sean Payton got there was horrendous offensive line-wise. We have JT Realmuto on the memorabilia. Because Russell Wilson looks anything but washed. He doesn't look... Now, he looked a lot better in the second half of both games, but he didn't look... When he first came in, the first game he came back against the Jets, I was like, damn, like, he's terrible. Like, he's not going to be good at all, but he hasn't looked great, but he doesn't look bad. It was the Colts. Jackson Holiday, or what? Like, let's say it was somebody like Jackson Holiday on the mini chrome, or maybe we do somebody like the I'm trying to think of a team that might need a quarterback. It's a good defense. I mean, the Jets, depending what Aaron Rodgers does. Because Rodgers' contract it ends, right? Well, yeah, Tristan Casas. And like I said, this is all speculation. I could be completely wrong. For all we know, Russell Wilson comes back after the bye week and the Steelers lose 5 in a row and he's benched again, so. You have Casas. Not that he was benched at the beginning of the season other than injury. Tamburillo. I mean, you could also see somebody like the New York Giants be looking for a quarterback, although they did just pay Daniel Jones. I guess they won't cut him. Yeah, that's true. The Raiders, like Andre just said, the Raiders could be looking for a quarterback. But the Raiders don't have a good defense. I mean, I think that Russ... Another thing, too, is Russ could just want to play for the Steelers and take a pay cut and try to win Super Bowls or whatever else, because he might not want to... I don't know, man. I think he's goofy. I don't know how to explain it. Like he's socially awkward. So I don't know if he's looking for money. He's looking to win. Like I don't know what his agenda is this late in his career. It's not like he's hurting for money. Him and his wife make more than enough money, so maybe he'd want to try to win as much as he could. We have Alec Bohm for the Phillies. That's going to go to Matthew Ellis. I will say, though, he could just... yeah, I don't know what he'd want to do. The schedule down the stretch I don't think is as bad as everyone makes it out to be either, Andre. If I'm being 100% honest. It's going to put us 6 boxes through now. Like, it's not. It's obviously tough, but I mean, you're just playing 6 games in the division, which can be brutal. And obviously the Eagles and the Chiefs, but I'm trying to think what the other game is that's thrown in there. It's the Eagles, the Chiefs, the 6 games in the division, so that's 8. There's one more game that I'm missing, but yeah, Fernando Tatis Jr. for the Padres. We played all the AFC. Played all the teams in the AFC West. The Chiefs would be the last one for that. Playing the NFC East. Oh, we have to play the Commanders coming out of the bye. Which I know on paper the Commanders are a really good team, but I think that their offensive line is dog shit, and I think TJ Watt eats up. And I think that's actually a good... So I think playing the Commanders right before we play the Ravens is actually a good thing, because I think the Commanders are like a Ravens light on offense. Gives you a little prep of what kind of the same type of quarterback you're going to see with Lamar. Just I think a worse version of it. Definitely a worse offensive line. I mean, the Ravens at least have good offensive linemen. They're left to the Ronnie Stanley and Linderbaum are both fantastic. The other 3 guys aren't bad. I mean, they're not as good as Stanley and Linderbaum, but then again, if the Ravens don't figure out how to stop the runner, see, I think it's more Henry versus Queen, or Henry versus, I don't know, man. I think there's going to be some big collisions between Henry and, what's his name? Oh my God, the other guy for the Steelers that plays middle linebacker, not the white guy, but why can't I not remember his name right now? Holy shit, I can see him. I can see his number, but I can't think of his name. Because Watt's really coming off the edge, so Henry's not gonna. There's not gonna be a time in the game where I think Henry and Watt square each other up, like shoulder pad to shoulder pad. It's gonna be a lot of Minka Fitzpatrick coming down in the box and oh man, what's the guy's name? Then again, Derrick Henry traditionally has not ran well against the Steelers. Like, it's gonna be interesting to say the least. Henry hasn't been in offense either, though, where Lamar is another factor that you got to like watch out for. So the Steelers normally pretty good at gang tackling. We have Abrams. Pretty good at gang tackling and like bombarding Henry. And they obviously, I don't think they'll be able to do that because any type of RPO or possible keeper with Lamar, you can't really like give just like everyone crash down to the running back, right? Trying to think what dude's name is that I'm thinking of. Somebody's gonna have to help me out because literally blanked on his name. Oh, Roberts. Landon Roberts. There's gonna be some big collisions up the middle with Landon Roberts on a rush blitz, trying to hit Derrick Henry in the hole. That's going to be interesting because Landon Roberts, when he's playing downhill, he hits. Because the reason why the Steelers were okay giving up Spillane, who plays the same way Roberts did, was because Roberts was going to sign for less money than Spillane's wanted. Oh, we got a World Series card for the Rangers. It's going to be Matthew Ellis, John Gray. On the mini card. First one of these we've seen. However many cases. So that'll be the matchup I'm curious about. There's also Peyton Wilson as well, coming downhill and going side to side. And I think the more and more, this is why I think the Patrick Queen pickup will actually be good, is because I think Peyton Wilson ends up being an alpha type linebacker like Roquan Smith is. I don't want to hear it, Sean. I was going to say, as soon as I put it, I said, well, Sean's not going to be happy. It's the first thing that popped in my head. We have Sheffield on the memorabilia. That's fine, buddy. You can hate me as much as you want. We have Reggie Jackson on the Tolley. Silver Toilet. But this is also probably the best, too, that Lamar's looked in his career. And they're not exactly playing like scrubs. Like Lamar's first MVP season, he put up such good numbers in the beginning of the year, but they were playing like absolute, just like terrible teams. Like they were playing the Dolphins that year when the Dolphins started the year like 0-8. He had that one game where he threw like 5 touchdowns, and everybody's like, oh, like he's the best quarterback in the NFL. And I'm like, dude, they played the Dolphins who were letting up like 40 points a game to start the season. That was that team that had Minka Fitzpatrick on it that was like he was playing cornerback. Wait, why is this even a thing? It's the fourth quarter. What are they... Are they going to try to kick a field goal? Man, if Gay would have made some field goals this game, this would be close, huh? Oh, wait, I guess the other guy kicked too. I guess the Vikings kicker also missed kicks, so I can't really say that. I forgot that he missed 2 of them. I didn't realize there's only 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter already. It's a quick-moving game. Tatis Jr., do they have timeouts? No. So what, they have to get they have to make the field goal and get an onside kick? Is it 4th down, or they just are trying to conserve some time? Dude, I feel like... It's 21-13 now with 33 seconds left. So I was like, this seems pointless. We have Curtis Mead. I have the Frog. This is going to be that hot box with all the foil in it. And the mini card. Oh. Paul O'Neill on the Toily. PCA. Card right there. I mean, they got to get the onside kick first. I just don't think they're going to get the onside kick, to be honest. It's like so hard to get an onside kick in the NFL now. I've seen a couple crazy attempts, though, like different ways to do it. I just don't know. I'm mean, I don't want the Colts to lose anyway, man. The Colts losing is good for the Steelers. For them to be 4-5. I'd love to see it. Fuck them. Oh, that is right. The Ravens. The Ravens are not good at the onside kicks. I forgot about that. What's crazy, too, is Jacksonville being terrible every year. It's like every year they say, oh, like, Trevor Lawrence is going to make the leap, and then he just doesn't. Terrible. Terrible. World's tallest. Oh, the Vikings are covered, and it's obviously Justin Jefferson, and that's the game. Take a little knee, call it a day. Take a little knee and call it a day. White cheeseburger and a dog. Last pack before we start getting through these foil cards. All right, let's get rolling. You got Green, Dillingham, Maurer, Williams, Green, Robinson, Kendrell, Jeter. We have Ellie, Westberg. We have Bieber, Fischel, Lim, Sawinski, Gorman, Hancock, Strider, Killebrew, Mauricio. Judge, we have Francisco Lindor on the green, Edgar Martinez behind him. Oh, Francisco Lindor here. Ben Brown and Williams. Have Albies, Brett, Riley, Norris, Rollins, Puckett, Robert Jr., Steele, Alcantara. Mountcastle, Carew, Gwynn, Schneider, Yamamoto, Volpe, McCutcheon, Rebello, Meadows, Bogarts, Raffaella. We have Stram on the gold toilie. That's going to be out of 50. 45 out of 50 going to go to the Phillies. Yeah, there's one foil box in every single case. Yeah, Stargell, Podges, Cease, Radom, Abbott, Researcher, Vu, Torkelson, Carter, and Soto. They used to be a lot more rare before when they used to have Allen and Ginter Chrome, but now they don't do Chrome. They do one of these foil boxes in every case. We have Nola, Leroy, Rivera, Arenado, Heim, Arrays later, Sar, Freed, Perez. We're going to have Steve Garvey on the autograph going to the Dodgers. Nice little autograph hit for Josh and the Dodgers. You have Wangan, Metro Boomin, Johnson, Ortiz, Guerrero, Gosman, Churio, Pseudo, Campanella, Lee, Butler, Sassoni, Bagwell, Travis Scott, Therian, Perez, Carter, Rodriguez. Austin Fishback in here. Got Larkin, Gonzalez, Cortez, Pauly, Swoops, Ryan, Kelly, Williams, Page, Semien, Harrison, Devers, Bregman, Vasquez, Goldschmidt, Muncy, Morel, Turner, Atenito, Lindor, and Matos. We're going to have the rip card, Jordan Adams. 13 out of 199. Going to go to Austin. Just post under the thing, Sean. Someone tag Austin to see if we can get this rip card opened. I'm sure he's watching the Vikings play. There's no way he's sleeping during the Vikings game. So if you guys tag him, I'm sure he'll come and let us rip it. We have Montgomery, Gibson, CES, Watchell, Rodriguez, Beltre, Colon, Rodriguez, Cole, India, Quavo, Drake May, Clemente, Boggs, Freeman, Foscue, Mattingly, Baez, Ledecky, Correa, and Acuna Jr. That's going to be the box. I'll tag him. Oh, there we go. I was like, somebody will tag him. About to have some really salty Vikings fans and Billy and Austin in the chat. But the Vikings pulled it off, so they will no longer be salty. Okay, sounds good. We have cheese curds. You have a rip card, Austin. It's Jordan Adams. If you want to rip it out of 199. I'll rip it after this box. He said Jordan, tough call, Jordan Adams. The randomizer really wants you to have the Angels and hit a Mike Trout autograph, Austin. I'm pretty convinced. I mean, it's like the third time you've had the Angels in a row in a random. Tomorrow for Allen and Ginter, I'll put up a poll if you guys want to do random or pick your teams for the last case of it that I have. Obviously, I have a pick your team up for Allen and Ginter that has like, I don't know, 7 teams left in it. I have one more case after this if you guys want it. Random or pick your team, we'll run it. Probably start filling Stadium Club, pre-filling on Tuesday. Just since I have quite a bit of the compact and the... Oh, I didn't say you were hitting anything with him. It just seems like the randomizer is trying to make sure you get a Mike Trout or something because I've never seen somebody hit the Angels like 2 or 3 times in a row. It's kind of crazy. Also, the Mavericks beat the piss out of the Magic tonight. Luka, so you just popped on my phone, had 32, 9, and 7. We have Lindor on the refractor, which is kind of crazy. Aaron Judge on the chrome. Also, how many channels does Filth Bomb have on Fanatics Live, dude? I feel like it's like 47, because every time I pop on there, I was trying to just see like how easy it is to find like my stream, right? When Rodney was going, I was like, dude, you gotta search through. If you just search and you don't type anything, you gotta search through 87 Filth Bomb fucking channels. I know like 6 of them fuckers aren't even breaking anything. Like they are, but they aren't. So many channels. I have so many channels on Fanatics Live though. Ishiano. Got white on the chrome. Like the channel with Ashley, Zona, and the other chick, like no one wants to watch them break because they're horrendous. Devers, and I've never even seen them break on there. Like I've never seen her fill anything. Maybe they are, and I'm catching them at the wrong time. But I've tried like 4 or 5 times to pop in there just to see, and they haven't been breaking anything. The only time I popped in on one thing was Dan was breaking with some other kid, where Dan was breaking Allen Ginter, and the kid was opening it on the side of him. Was like opening the boxes and had like shit stacked, and it was like I think like a 4 or 5 case Allen Ginter break, which. And then it was Dan looking like he needs some glasses, trying to read somebody's comment, squinting like he's Mr. Magoo. Cheryl Swoops, yeah, Gorman. I just couldn't even imagine being in like part of that team on like it's almost like a corporation, like a factory. We have Olsen. I have Oliva on the mini card. I have LeMayu. Did LeMayu just suck this year? Or was he injured? Because I feel like he fell off the map. Going to the Yankees on the LeMayu, and that'll be Jordan DeGroff. All right, let's rip this rip card for Austin. See what's in hand. We've only ripped like 3 cards and I haven't had anything crazy, so this has to be the one. We'll get a Heston Kierstad, which is better than Jordan Adams. It is a Kierstad mini card. So an exclusive mini parallel. Kierstad. Austin just likes collecting Oreos. Orioles. You can tell my fat ass is hungry. I was really thinking while I was breaking, I was like, I wonder if we got any extra pizza in the fridge. Still send you the rip card. I was going to say, some of these still sell even if... Just collecting fucking Oreos, dog. Can't wait till this pregnancy's over so I can fucking... Got Ernie Banks. The problem is because she can't eat anywhere, like it has to be like a lot of like protein to whatever because of gestational diabetes, bro. Like I literally been eating like cheeseburgers, like only cheeseburgers, and I mean Nagel knows me and like outside of cards, and he's seen me eat like my fat ass ain't eating 1 cheeseburger, but if I eat like 4 sushi rolls, it's like that's not the same carb intake as 2 cheeseburgers. It's not even about eating healthy, you're just not eating, like, absolute shit, I should say. Like Can't have Chick-fil-A. Can't, like, it's pretty much Burger King, McDonald's. Like, if we go out to eat, like, obviously, if we cook or she cooks, it's a little bit different, but... We're going to get into box 10 here. So 3 more boxes. The other rep card is out too for the Mariners. I don't know who has the Mariners. Jordan. I don't know if Jordan's watching or not. He asked when we were going to go live and run the random. He gave a thumbs up saying I was about to run the break, and then I don't think he's in here. So. Glad the Vikings finally handled their fucking business and stopped losing to teams they shouldn't. See, the problem is, too, is, like, I think what hurts the Russell Wilson market is, like, do you want Russell Wilson or do you want Sam Darnold that's going to be 30 years old and 7 years younger than Russell? Because he's having a fantastic year. I mean, obviously it's the right system, right? We have Lee. But I don't think there's any way that the Vikings don't go to net. They're not going to pay Darnold a bunch of money to when they have J.J. McCarthy going to come back next year, kind of thing. We have Wu on the black. We have Reese-Aker, Austin Riley, mini card. Kruk, Sandy Koufax, oh, we got Colton Cowser for the Orioles. World's tallest things, Nanga Parbat. We've had a shit ton of autographs in this case. Yeah, we're up to 6 autos. The Orioles and John Roman. Andres Jimenez. It's all because of Billy. Billy hopped in a case, and then the Allen Ginter gods were like, we have to make this man like Allen and Ginter. So we're going to put in extra autos. Yeah, Harry Walker. The most I think we've seen has been 5 before this. And that was like one case. Normally you see about 4. After I said that, I went and looked and see what teams you had because I didn't even realize. And I was like, yeah. And then the randomizer gave him a giant fuck you. So. Unfortunate. Positive note, there's still a Frank Thomas chase. Yeah, I mean, Allen Ginter is definitely not the funnest thing to watch broken. Get Nolan Gorman on the memorabilia. I've tried to at least keep it like sped up. Because I feel like a lot of guys were like falling asleep when they were 2-hour breaks. Well, poly on the silver foily. That's kind of trying to like talk about the cards and go over the cards. Thinking people would rather talk about other stuff. Wife's gonna ask why you got a giant box. We have Langford. Will do, Billy. Will do. Got Langford there on the chrome. I figured you might want it. Oh, nice Mark McGwire memorabilia for the A's. This was like way before steroids, Mark McGwire. Holy smokes. That's super early, Mark McGwire. Foscue. Yeah, Baez, and then, you know, the yellow jacket. The goat of the breaks. Got Bobby Witt Jr. for the Royals. On the box topper. I honestly wish they would do away with the box toppers. Like, only put a box topper in there if someone signs it. It's not even just as a breaker. Like, I just think they're a waste of fucking paper. It's like nobody wants them. I just don't look. I'm not gonna get real political here, but I don't understand why Trump went with the fucking Bob the Builder fucking motto. Like, I just wanted him at a rally to be like, when he said that he'll fix it. I just wanted, like, I don't know. I don't know if you guys have kids or anything to watch Bob the Builder, but like essentially how the way Bob the Builder goes is like it's supposed to be interactive because was it Disney? I think it was Disney Junior show. It could have been Nick Jr. show, but essentially Bob the Builder was like, can he fix it or can he build it? And then pretty much they'd be like, yes we can, or yes he can, or whatever. Oh, it's on the news. The local news came on after. Now it's like it was Trump at a rally and it's Kamala at a rally. So I just want the crowd to yell like, yes he can, because I think that should be funny. Obviously, they're talking about the crooked-ass senator they have trying to run. Angela, whatever the hell her name is. I mean, I don't think Larry Hogan. Larry Hogan is actually. He's like super center. But I don't know if he'll win or not. Yeah, I just think it would be funny. Yeah, apparently there's like a big thing right now where I guess the Dropbox ballots in Maryland are not monitored by people that are of both affiliations, dropping them off to like the center of the wherever they are counted in the state. So there's been like a back and forth between that with early voting. I guess some places, some polls are just having Republican representatives take it, and some polls are just having Democrat representatives take it. They just want there to be a better chain of custody, so there's like bitching. I don't know if it's bitching on both sides. I know the GOP's bitching about it, but I don't know if that and the rest of the news is just man gets shot in Baltimore City, which is fucking par for the course. I think it's still like the 4th or 5th most murders a year per capita or in the city or whatever. So, yeah, Bellinger. That's pretty much the Maryland news, right in a nutshell. Trump, Kamala, Angela. I don't know. I can't remember Angela's last name. And then Hogan. Oh, we got Nick Gonzalez for the Pirates on the autograph. Another auto. Puts us at 7. John Roman with the Buccos. And then just murder. Murder and apartment fire. And then an assault at the Towson Mall. Which, if you're not familiar with, Towson used to be like a real uppity like place by the university. It's turned into a shit show. That mall used to be like the high-end, super nice mall, and it's just, I mean, I haven't been there in a little bit, but was going to shit the last time I was in there, where like stores weren't in there anymore. I guess Marley Station used to be like that too. I don't know. Maybe Nagel can probably speak to that more than me. I wasn't around when Marley Station was popular. I hadn't moved here yet. We have Xander Schauffele. Not you guys are familiar with the area at all, so you're like, I don't really give a shit. We have Vu and Yellow Jacket. You have Rizzo on the green. One of the Yankees. You have Reyes. You have Watchell. Sal Frelick. Maryland's like as red as well, I guess Texas is starting to turn a little bit more purple, but as red as Texas has traditionally been, Maryland is traditionally a very blue state. I think when Larry Hogan was a governor was the first time a Republican had been a governor in like 50 years or something like that. We have Caminero, but he is also the guy that is like, if you're going to play politics, I'm not saying he didn't have a backbone, but he is very, very, very pro-abortion, very, very pro-LGBTQ+. So, like, he's pretty much a Republican that's just very, very centered, which is fine by me. I mean, that's what I prefer, if I'm being honest, but anti-raising taxes and just didn't really give a shit what you did socially. So, Colorado. And he tried to hold the Baltimore mayors accountable for shit, but that doesn't ever happen. They're fucking... The guy they have right now is actually not bad, but the two ladies, they had like 3 felons before him. Which is wild. The one lady almost beat him too. That was literally went to jail for like tax evasion or some shit. I obviously don't live in the city, so I don't get to vote for it, so I don't really pay that much attention to what she did. I just know that she did something with money. The other one did something with money. One of them was taking funds and misappropriating them and keeping them or whatever, but the other person I think was tax evasion, maybe? Something with her taxes. Hey man, they don't want to pay state taxes. They don't want to pay state income tax. But they want to have all this state socially funded programs. I just wish the government wasn't ran like absolute dog shit. It would solve a lot of problems, man. Like a lot of people have great ideas that want to run or say this or that, but then the implementation of it is absolutely terrible because the government goes with the lowest bid on whoever's qualified. So they don't go based off of like any type of scale of quality to quantity or anything like that of how good you do a job. It's literally if you are qualified to do a job and you're the lowest bidder, they're going to go with you. California has, Maryland has ridiculous state taxes too, but California has ridiculous state taxes. Them in New York. Housing's way cheaper in Texas too, but it might not be so cheap anymore. Because, like, the more people that move into your state, the more, like, obviously, the more that there's less houses, so the prices of houses goes up, right? A little supply and demand type situation. Got Rojas on the refractor for the Phillies. Well, they're going to rise because there's going to be more people that are on, there's going to be more people on the left, so there's going to be more social programs. More government-funded things, which it's the only way to pay for the government to do things is taxes. Unless you want to create like a VAT, which is also a possibility, but most people don't want to do that. Got Garrett Cole on the red border. I believe these are out of 10. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Nice hit here for the Yankees. And Jordan DeGroff gets that closer's luck. Well, like I said, some of their ideals are better, and when it comes to certain social aspects compared to, so we got Kaczynski compared to some other social things, like some of the people on the evangelicalists or whatever, man, them fucking people are on some other shit. Evangelicalists or whatever, however the fuck you say their religion. Like, I'm Catholic, and some of the Catholic people are fucking ridiculous, too, so. I've always been a person that, like, if you're too into the church, so I think some of the people that are too into church or too into the religion or using the religion to hide things, like hide what their actual personality is. Just my personal opinion. Like, if you're too into anything that's like philosophy or theology, most of the time there's a few people that are like true to whatever else, but there's a lot of people that are hiding behind their religion and using it as like, I'd never do that because I'm this or that. Like, it's, I mean, it's maybe not right about that, but I would say that I'm probably more right than wrong. Masataka Yoshida. He said, or baseball card collecting. I don't think anyone hides behind baseball card collecting. Maybe. I am sure you could use the same rationale as there's people that get in breaks that would more than likely, if there wasn't breaks, would be going to the casino and pulling a lever for the roulette, or pulling the lever for slot machines. We have Antonito, Manta Ray. I could see that argument made as like a replacement for like going to the casino. Let's be honest, baseball collecting is better than the casino. We have Jackson Churio. You know what? At least you get a bunch of Allen Ginter base cards you got to hide from your wife. I wouldn't say, I think gambling, like the aspect of it, like the chance, but I would say it's not that. It's because I'm so sexy, Billy. It's okay. Just want to listen to that sweet, sexy baritone voice. Just talking sweet nothing melodies to you in your ear hole. Which would make it not gambling. I was going to say, it would make it a game. You could have said a game of chance. Like almost a sweepstakes, like a guaranteed sweepstakes. But no, it fills that same dopamine rush when you hit a big card. Like, I'm not stupid, like, but it's not the same in the true sense of like you're gambling to where you cannot get anything. I will send you no base cards other than the Robert memorabilia card that I think is the only card you hit between the two teams. We have Dodgers, or we have Mookie Betts, we have the Refractor Churio, and anything from the foil. We're going to have Yoshida. We have Lee on the mini card. We're going to have Kaczynski, Rojas on the Refractor, Contreras on the memorabilia, Rizzo on the memorabilia, Lawler on the foil. We have Gorman, Jimenez, Lee on the Refractor, Kierstad. Put that one to the side to make sure it gets marked with Austin's name. We have LeMahieu. We have Kirby Puckett, Canseco, Glavine, Turner. We have Sheffield on the memorabilia. We're going to have the Rangers mini card World Series. We're going to have Acuna and Bohm, Casas on the memorabilia. We have Jackson Holiday on the Chrome mini. We have Real Amuto on the memorabilia, the Refractor Cowser, Crawford on the memorabilia, Carter on the Refractor, Lowe, Tadzinski, Mauricio, Jones, Luciano, Ripken, and Will Smith. I have the mini card, PCA, and Dominguez on the Chrome. Into the hits, which actually had quite a few autographs, a couple rip cards. Wasn't really as You're welcome, Sean. We're going to have Lindor on the green border. We have the out of 10 Cole. We're going to have the rip card Jordan Adams. We have Rizzo on the memorabilia, Cowser on the autograph, Alvarez on the X-Fractor, Robert on the memorabilia, Raleigh on the memorabilia, Morel on the memorabilia, green border. We have Cheryl Swoops on the gold toilet. We're going to have Emerson Hancock on the rip card. We're going to have the green McGuire, the gold toilet Stram. We have Reggie Jackson on the aqua. Dead on the aqua autographs. And we're going to have the base Garvey, Reggie Jackson on the base, Shim Lim, and Nick Gonzalez. That's going to be the break, guys. I appreciate y'all as always. See you back here for Star Wars. Give me like 15 minutes to clean up. So we'll be back here for Star Wars at 12:15 Eastern Standard Time. You talking about combining what? Like, what do you mean by that, Billy? Combining what in all in one product? You mean like all the mini cards and everything, and like the Shim Lim and the Doodad and stuff, rather than spreading it across different products? I agree. Yeah, rather it'd be one novelty product than trying to make like 4 or 5 novelty products. I think that's the right way to go about it, because at least the people that want to collect the novelty stuff can do it all in one product that want to do that compared to a bunch of different products. I agree with that. But I'll catch y'all here. Give me like 15 minutes to clean up. We'll go live for Star Wars Galaxy Chrome. See you guys then. Appreciate y'all. For those that hit, congratulations. For those that didn't, hopefully a better luck next time.